Hello everybody, I'm Jane and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about teaching English without experience. And I know that this topic will be interesting for those who are inexperienced English teachers, freshers or newcomers. And especially if you have no idea how to teach English online or on the internet, stay tuned. But before we start, let me remind you that this video is made for international certification. If you want to know more about us, go to our website youtubecertification.com. So in this video we are going to discuss some requirements that you must have in order to fit the bill. Also we are going to list some companies where you can start teaching online without experience at all. Also we will give you some tips on how you can start your teaching English online, and of course we will recommend you some platforms where you can teach English on your own. Does it sound good? Let's get started. Nowadays, English teachers have a variety of options of how to realize potential, and it's good to know that online education is growing rapidly. It means we have so many opportunities to manage our life. There is a chance to have our own schedule, to put money by, travel around, or choose a country to settle down. Obviously, teaching online has advantages and disadvantages. However, if it's your first time of looking for a job, probably you are confused with the abundance of offers where to work. But don't worry, after watching this video, you will be able to figure everything out. Also, there is a good chance to understand whether you love working on prepared materials or not, and to narrow your abilities down to the one feature. For example, you may love teaching general English rather than business one. So definitely teaching English online is the best way to get international experience. So there are common requirements for English teachers such as international certification, relevant work experience, a bachelor's degree in any subject, perfect internet connection, and proficiency level of the language, of course, passion about teaching, and background check. Thankfully, to high demand for online teaching, all of these points are flexible and negotiable. However, there is one thing that hardly could be changed. I'm talking about education. So there is a thing that a bachelor's degree is a must-have in order to get a job around the world, even on the internet. And because of that, it doesn't matter what major you have. I mean, it might have nothing to do with English at all. However, you should have at least something than nothing. I want to remind you that today we're talking about how you can teach English without experience at all. And because of that, don't worry about this requirement. I mean, if you are not ready to boast a huge teaching experience and relevant background, it's not a problem, because there are different ways how you can prove your ability to teach English. Usually schools don't require having teaching license. However, you must prove that you know some learning approaches on how to teach grammar and vocabulary and English as a foreign language. And having TOEFL, TESOL or CELTA certification is the best way to do that. CELTA is a Cambridge course which gives you practical and theoretical parts to get you involved in teaching process. Usually it lasts from 2 months to 1 year, depending on the way of studying. For example, you can study online or offline. And also it's quite expensive. For example, the course might cost something between 1,000 euros to 2,500. In comparison with that, TOEFL TESOL course is more flexible. Firstly, there are a lot of accredited centers around the world where you can study. And secondly, there are a lot of different ways in terms of course duration. For example, 120 hours of the course is enough amount of time to start work in any country in the world. So it gives you an opportunity to teach English as a foreign language worldwide, and the price is quite affordable. We will be glad to help you to work on your professional development, and because of that, now you have a chance to purchase an online TOEFL TESOL course at 50% discount. Go to our website youtubecertification.com and don't miss this opportunity. So let's talk about the companies where you can teach English online without experience. Needless to say that companies around the world are waiting for native English speakers. However, it's not a problem to get a job if you have perfect knowledge of the language. So you can impress your potential employers with different things, hard and soft skills. So these places that we are going to talk about are wonderful because of many reasons. You will be provided with necessary materials, there is no need to create lesson plans, schools take all responsibilities for payment and booking, and there are some trainings to improve your professional skills. So let's get familiar with the most famous companies in detail. In Cambly, you have a fixed rate per minute and per an hour, and the system counts your working hours and your salary automatically and delivers money each week. So there is no minimum amount of work shifts and you can start work at any time. Usually students are adults from Brazil, Japan and Turkey. Schema Talk is waiting for English teachers from Canada, New Zealand, and the USA. There are no more strict requirements. Also, a newcomer must conduct 3 free sessions in order to build a rate on the platform. And an average session of 25 minutes costs $8. Keep in mind that the school takes 20% of a lesson as a fee, and it doesn't provide neither video connection nor materials, but you can work as many hours as you need. Wholefish offers an opportunity to change a lesson price twice a month, and also the platform implies chatting and phone calls between students and tutors. Also, students usually are adults and children, and almost all lessons are conversational. It means that it won't take so much effort to prepare for lessons. An average wage is something between $10 and $18 per hour, but anyway, commission fee is 20% for a lesson. In VIP Kid, you have a chance to work with Chinese children. There are no requirements except a degree, and also this company provides all necessary materials to conduct classes. An average hour costs something between $14 and $22, but that's a negotiable thing. Magic Ears is a service that matches a Chinese kid with an appropriate English teacher. And if you enjoy teaching kids, that's your chance to teach children from 4 to 12 years old. The company offers trainings and a half-year contract to those who made interview and trial lessons successfully. Also, company provides all necessary materials and lesson plans for classes, and an average wage is something between $19 and $25 for 25 minutes. It's possible to teach groups or individual classes in Wales English. A lesson duration is 50 minutes and you can teach people from 3 to 18. Also, you must commit to 8 hours a week, and an average lesson price is something between $18 and $26 without a commission fee. Lindy English is located in China and looking for positive English tutors. Also, teaching experience isn't required, however, you must have at least a TOEFL to SOL certificate to prove your ability to teach English. Be ready to work at least 12 hours a week and to earn something between $10 and $18 per lesson. When you know the minimum requirements for ESL teachers, it's a high time you thought of ways how you can impress potential employers. Despite the fact that schools usually don't require a lot of years of teaching experience, you should know all steps of application process to take an advantage. You should demonstrate not only fluent English but also an expressive video introduction about yourself, and there are some secrets which can make you a perfect candidate. Be seamless, smile, look presentable, and don't forget to tell the most interesting and important facts about yourself. Let an employer know that you are ready to be trained. Also, highlight the reason of why you enjoy teaching adults or young learners depending on your preferences. Don't forget to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses before the interview. You have nothing to be worried about because usually hiring process happens remotely and you have sufficient amount of time to prepare your speech. If you consider ESL companies require a lot, you may start working on your own without support. So there are a lot of teaching jobs based on online platforms. They don't provide lesson plans, teaching materials and other things, but you will be provided with a queue of students. Also, you have a chance to choose working hours, have your own schedule, set your own price, and choose particular materials. In Preply School, you will have one-to-one lessons only, and your salary will depend on amount of hours that you work each month. Also, the majority of students are adults who are over 18, and also you have a chance to change your wage at any time, but if you want to get your first students, make your lessons affordable and be ready to pay a commission fee. Hello is another marketplace where you can get new students and international experience. You can set your own schedule and rate, but there are different payment terms depending on your classes. Anyway, you will take only 70% of your classes because the rest of the sum will be taken as a commission fee. Italki is one of the oldest platforms on the internet, and here you can get a job whether you're a high qualified professional or inexperienced newcomer. Also, be ready to set your own schedule and price for a lesson. However, it mustn't be less than $10 and be ready to pay a commission fee as 15%. As you see, there are a lot of different ways how English teachers can start work without previous experience. And also everything depends on your education, certification, soft and hard skills. And you can choose one school from our list if you want to start your career. I hope you understood that even if you lack of teaching experience, you can always offset it with something else. You just need to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses and impress potential employer. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful and valuable, and I really tried to help you. So don't forget to leave your comments in the section below, and I will see you the next time. Have a good day.